Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've decided that I wanted to make a mail card because we're always doing female cards or feminine cards I should say. I want to make a masculine, and this steam locomotive from Gummiapan I was so thrilled about because we have a train that comes down through Millersburg, but it's not a steam train. They have these up at Jim Thorpe, but I had this arch I didn't get to use yet, and I got this with the steam truck. It comes with that steam with a smoke, and then the train track. And then I figured I went to use the bald eagle because we've been seeing a lot of them lately. So I'm gonna start off. I cut a solid black one and a solid white one, and then I just cut the front of this in black. So I'm gonna be trimming that. And then in the smoke, I cut a couple of these in copier paper, like just regular copier paper, because I want to make it look like, vellum, and that way I can play with it. So let's get started. So I'm gonna first show you. I am cutting this card is 5 by 6.5. And I cut black cardstock that will go in the back. It will cover the whole back of it. Then I cut the white piece that is going to lay on top. I cut this at 4 5/8 by 6 1/4. I think it was 6, yeah. So it's going to fit right on there like that. Let me lay that to the side. So I'm going to use my platinum to lay this out, and I'm gonna have to washi tape it down. So first I'm gonna lay this here like this, and let me get some, I think I'm gonna get some thicker washi tape. Be careful to pull this because I do not want to ruin my card front. And sometimes the tape gets so sticky, and so I'm just gonna rub it across my hand to make it lose some of that stickiness. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna maybe I should do it this way first. I'm gonna try to center it in here first. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to center it down here because I want to take the arch, because I'm going to do this in one pass, and I want to make sure that I don't get my my dies on top of each other and ruin them. So I'm going to kind of make sure that I have the same margin on both sides. Oops. And I'm gonna take this one and do the center in here, because this cuts out, and then I'll show you what I have. So pull this out, and I'm gonna lay this in here like this. Use my cutting plate and just do one pass with it. And I think this is gonna be fairly easy because I'm gonna use my watercolors also and show you what I planned with that. So I'm gonna pull this over here, put my plates away. Pick this up and see it cut the center out, and it made the, and I don't have to worry about, come out pretty cool. It didn't have to worry about it. Okay. I love the way it has the brick and everything around it too, like it's coming out of a tunnel. Okay. So, I'm gonna get my watercolors out. I'm gonna show you quick what it, see, it's gonna be that I have that the tunnel is dark in there, and then have the train coming. So I'm gonna get my watercolors out and put that steam there. And I'm gonna mist these like I always do with water. And get my real fine brush, because I have my favorite. This, I can't remember which one it is. I'm thinking it's this one. Nope, that's the long one. Might be this one. Oh, it's the same. I think it is. It's this one. Because this one's fine too. Let me look. Now my neighbors, puppies want to be in the show here. I'll keep both of these. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to do the railroad ties and the rail. And I'm going to go with maybe this light bronze to go across. And then I'll use the darker to do the just go out here like this. I love watercoloring. I know, always did. And I gotta remember that there's gonna be a piece that's gonna be bent, folded down, and I gotta keep the light ones on top. Squeeze some water there. Like this. And the color I'm using is light bronze. And as it goes back, you're probably not going to see all of this because of the train and that, but that's okay. And then I'm going to use this bronze for right here to shadow the darkness. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do, because there's usually gravel where these to hold these brick ties on. And usually the rails are sort of, I don't know how to explain it. They are like dark black. Sometimes it looks like. Okay. I'm gonna clean my brush off. And I'm gonna do this. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna mix it, the black and the silver together to make it darker like that. You don't really have to have a lot. But I'm gonna take it along here like that. And I'm just running it along the railroad track. Okay. And then I'm going to take the gray And I'm just gonna water this down. I'm just gonna swoosh in here like this for the gravel, because they already have the markings for the stone, the little gravel pebbles and everything. And that's what I love about Gummiapan. They're already textured for everything that you are gonna do to add all that detail. And if you love coloring and that, this would be perfect watercoloring and easy, because you just follow the lines and you'll be able to figure it out. So there, the track is finished. Then I figured I was going to like color the stones of the tunnel, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with like a gray, and let me mix up. I'm gonna do gray, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of brown over here, because I want to make them that they're worn. And you'll do the bronze with it too, and add a little bit of brown on that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is what I'll do is I'll try this first, because I know this is gonna be covered. And I'm gonna go every so often in here, because I want them different colors, because these stones are always different textures and everything. I'm gonna have that one like that, and this is definitely probably going to be covered, so. And I'm gonna add a little bit of gray in here. And then it will give you the illusion of it being worn from, you know, over the years. If you ever get down to, I'm trying to think, the one that Abraham Lincoln's body was, the casket went through that tunnel bridge. I'm trying to think where that was at, that we went on our bike trail. And the tunnel is really cool in there. And see this, you just dab them and just keep going. You'll just see which is different here. I'm gonna go with some gray, black gray in here in the centers. And now you can start seeing the depth of this with coming out of the tunnel. Let's take this like that. And what's really is watercolor is very forgiving and easy to play and manipulate. This is regular cardstock that I'm using to watercolor too. Just want to let you know that it is gonna get a little warpy looking and everything, but it's just, I think it will be good enough for what I wanted to do, because once I glue it down, it will look different too. And just like from Mother Nature here, it's The stones are worn. And see how different it comes. It's starting to look like worn stones and everything. Just keep touching it up and it looks so natural now, as you can see. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna go next on the eagle. So hang on. I decided I was gonna do the train next. So first I'm gonna do the lights. And I'm gonna do them in the gold. Because you need it, the lights in the tunnel. And this is just like a coloring book, to be truthful, the way that everything is put out. Okay, so then I'm going to do the light blue for the windows. I might have to test a little bit here. Okay. Like this. Like that. Then I'm going to go with, I'm going to make this black in here. Because you want to make it do a little shading and everything. And I'm going to go black around the lights. And I know I went in at the lights, but it would still give it that look. Okay. And I'm going to do this darker color to go around the windows, to frame out the windows. And I think I might do, let me see what this looks like. I like to sample on cardstock to see if I like the colors. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around here and just shade this around here like this. And I think I'm using here on this is mauve shimmer. I might take that little bit, put it in here like this too. Go in here. Because you wouldn't make it look like the roundness. Now I think I will do this in a brown. I'll make this side that it's shadowy like. And go into the light brown. And see how it just, with the watercolors, how it does everything. I want to keep this like this. And then I'm going to go with the black again. And I'm going to go in here for detail. And maybe in here. And this in here. And take this brown again. And now this is covered in here, so we want to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that black and put it in the front. That's why I cut out too, but I want to thicken it more too. Oh, you'll see what I'm doing as soon as I... And what I'm doing is just edging it up here like this, so we can create some shadowing and everything. And that's why I dab. And I'm just blending up colors to make it look like that. And these trains are all different colors. Let me do this center in a different color too. I think I'm happy with it like this. You know, go a little bit in here yet. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that, the way it is. And I'm gonna let that dry. And then I'm gonna do the eagle. And now the eagle has like a yellowish beak. I cut two out because I didn't know. And I'm gonna do this like this. And they have a white head and their body is gray with, I'm gonna go in here like this. They're beautiful to see. They're big. I'm gonna take some of the tail and go darker. think I'm only going to paint one. I was going to do it 2 layers, but I think I'm going to save that other one. All right. Let me clean up and I'll be right back again. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to create the smoke. And I don't think I'm going to need all these, but I just figured I'd cut extra out and everything. So I'm taking gray brown, and I'm going to color these just in here, because this will soak through, and I want to make it like an edging. They're going to be different, each one. So, and these will soak through the paper. See how that soaks through? Okay, so I'm going to throw that there. I turned on my pancake, my melt, because I'm going to show you how I'm going to do these as vellum. And that's what I did, because I didn't know how I wanted to color these. And just going to try to do them different ways to, because I'll decide then once how I want to lay it up. You don't want to make them all look too dirty. Because the smoke always comes different ways. Okay, so you take your Versamark. I'm going to set them up. I take my Versamark, and I will take one of these, press it down to make it sticky. And this is heating up. And what I'm going to do is open the jar, and I'm going to stick this in, shake it about. Oops. And it just has a little bit on there. And I'm going to open this up, drop it in here. I'm going to do this one real quick too. This way you don't have to blow anything with your heat gun and hold it and everything else. And one more. And then I'll show you, we're going to do it again then. And it don't take long. So I'm just going to shut the lid for a couple of seconds here. And let me put this, what I spilled out, into my jar. And you see how it already got it glazy looking. So then I'm going to take this, let it cool down a little bit, and I'm going to go back into this like this. I'm going to go in here, drop this one back in again, pick this one up, go in there, and put that in there. And it doesn't take long to cool down. I'm going to shut the lid for a couple of seconds. Wipe my fingers off a little bit. I gotta let it a little bit longer, because I see some of that is still full of embossing. And this is clear embossing powder. Okay, I'm gonna pick the whole thing up to let dry, you see? And it does look like glassy smoke and everything, and gives that crystal clear looking look. I'm gonna close this and unplug. I just love this pancake maker to emboss when I'm doing sentiments and everything. It's so easy and quick. No big noises. Now I have my fan running because it got really hot today in Pennsylvania. It's 93. So what I decided is I'm gonna leave this black and I'm going to glue this on top to make it a little bit thicker on the card and just layer it. And I'm gonna have to put this glue on here to get the because it's easier for me to get a hold of it that way. Okay, and I'm thinking I'm gonna just offset it just a little bit, that it casts a little shadow, because I'm having the light come this way. Now this, I decided I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna cut here, and like I said, Gummipans have these everything niched perfect to cut. I just have to see how I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go around here. And I got my other one. And I'm just gonna take and glue my hand again. I'm gonna hold this right about here and just tap a little bit on to make sure that I have it all glued. Now this one I'm gonna lay directly on top, like that. I don't need that piece. Okay. And see how it casts a little shadow in it? Even the white I have now, a little shadow. So it gives it more dimension. And then this is going to be a quick card. Let me clean up again. I don't want to get anything on the card. Okay, so I took double-sided tape, and I want to make sure my card's opening correctly, and make sure there's no dirt on it. And let me stand it up, because I'm going to start it off by standing it up and leaning it against, because this is cut to the card size, and it would be easy for me to line it up like that. And then I put the double-sided tape on here, and since this has glittery like on here, I burnished it, and I wanted to make sure that the tunnel was gonna stay down, so I ran it across the tunnel, and I'm gonna fold this in a little bit. I ran that one over and hold it down because it has some pushing in with it being embossed and that. I want to make sure that it stays stuck onto the black cardstock. This one. I want to make sure that I have my card opening the correct way. And I'm going to eyeball this before I commit. You know how I get with my committing here. Like that. And go down. And now that looks finished off. And I'm going to bring the train like it's coming more out of the tunnel. And just going to glue this. You can see the glue now. Whoops. I gotta take this and glue my hand again. I do a lot of glue in my hand. I think I gotta take more. Because this card has a lot of detail on it. And I'll just take some of that. Like that. And I'm going to put this right about here. Because you definitely want to see it with the... I'm going to put a block on here to squish it down flat. So don't get no fingerprints on my watercolor. And personally, I don't think this needs a sentiment because you'll be able to use it for a Father's Day card, birthday card. And, okay, now it's smoke. Or the steam, you should say, but it is smoke. And you see how that's like translucent? And I just want to dry lay it out a little bit. Maybe like this. And you know, sometimes the steam comes out the side here like this, too. But this I can clip. And just make a little bit at a time. I don't want too much. I definitely want the steam to come there. That looks pretty good. And I'm just gluing this down. Because this dries clear, but it will look like steam coming out from the steam train. And maybe I should have it too, like this. Let me grab both of them, like togetherness. And glue. I probably didn't need to do embossing on both sides, but I think it gives it more of a translucent look. See that? Where's my block? Oops. I'm going to have it like that. And it adds depth to it. And then I want to put the eagle like he's flying overhead. I think he needs his eye done a little bit in black. Let me put this over here. And right where the eye is, let me make sure. This is the one that then I'm just going to take a little bit of black here and go in here like this. And maybe draw some black lines in here. And back in here. Okay. And then I'm going to put him right here. I think I should put him here. Just love this eagle. It's so good. It looks so cool. And it just really finishes it off, I think. I'm gonna have it go right here. And it's a nice flat card to send out. Like I said, I don't think it really needs a sentiment. I think it just finishes off and looks good. And it's debating if I should put another steam in here too. Or should I put it in here? Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Just by layering that. Now it really gives it dimension. And then I still have an extra steam to use for another card. But there you go. The Locomotive. This is from Gummiapan. And I'll probably pick these off. I'll take pictures and post them too. But Gummiapan's arch. I don't know. I think it's a doorway. The railroad ties the railroad track, and the steam locomotive, and the eagle, the bald eagle. I think this really turned out cute. And it adds a lot of dimension on it. I probably could have built up more if I would have cut a couple more pieces to layer it out for the front of the nose like I did here, but this usually sticks out farther on the train anyhow. Well, I wanted to say click a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and don't forget I will be giving away on June 21st on my birthday. I'm going to be giving this doctor's set away, and also maybe some other little goodies. All you have to do is like and subscribe on the doctor card and the short that I had, and I will be picking a random winner on that. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the train little card. That just seems that this is perfect for a Father's Day card, or even his birthday, or something special. Thank you again for watching, and have a happy crafting. Bye-bye.